The video that's currently being scrubbed from every corner of the internet has finally leaked. And it's messier than any script VH1 could ever write. We all thought Rasheeda and Kirk were the ultimate ride-or-die couple. The one duo that actually survived the love and hip-hop curse. But today, that fairy tale didn't just crack. It shattered in front of millions in the most cold-blooded way imaginable. Picture this. It's 3 a.m. Rasheeda picks up a phone left unlocked on the nightstand, expecting a notification from their business account. Instead, she finds a thread that dates back months. We aren't talking about a flirty DM or a misunderstanding. We are talking about a full-blown secret life. Secret flights, secret bank accounts, and a secret girlfriend who has been mocking Rasheeda behind her back while Kirk sat right next to her on camera. The look on Rasheeda's face in the leaked footage? It isn't just anger. It's the look of a woman who is officially done. As the screenshots hit the blogs this morning, the internet didn't just react. It exploded. Even the most loyal Kirk-Sheeda shippers are deleting their fan pages and burning their pressed merch in solidarity. The consensus across every comment section from Twitter to TikTok is unanimous. It is finally over. We have the receipts. We have the identity of the woman Kirk was texting. And we have the footage of the moment Rasheeda threw his life out onto the driveway. You're going to want to lean in for this one because once you see what Kirk was typing while his wife was building their empire, there is absolutely no coming back. This isn't just drama. It's the end of an era. For over a decade, Rasheeda and Kirk Frost have been the undisputed first family of love and hip-hop Atlanta. In a franchise known for drink throwing, table flipping, and relationships that last about as long as a TikTok trend, the Frosts were supposed to be the exception. They were the ride-or-die blueprint. We watched them build the pressed empire, raise a family, and supposedly heal from Kirk's previous and very public infidelities. But as the saying goes, where there's smoke, there's a five-alarm fire. For the last few months, eagle-eyed fans noticed a shift. The chemistry on screen felt forced. The Instagram posts felt like obligations rather than celebrations. While Rasheeda was busy expanding her fashion mogul status, Kirk was reportedly operating in the shadows. The business trips became more frequent, and the excuses became thinner. But nobody, not even the most cynical fans, expected that Kirk was allegedly maintaining a completely separate life right under Rasheeda's nose. Every cheater eventually gets sloppy, but Kirk's downfall didn't happen at a club or through a paparazzi photo. It happened in the quietest, most domestic way possible. Sources close to the production team leak that the confrontation started over something as simple as a dead battery. Rasheeda, looking for a charger in the middle of the night, stumbled upon a burner phone tucked away in a drawer. A phone she didn't know existed. It wasn't locked. Whether it was fate or just Kirk's overconfidence, the device was wide open. When she tapped on the messaging app, she didn't find business deals. She found a digital graveyard of her marriage. Hundreds of texts, provocative photos, and the ultimate insult, voice notes of Kirk complaining about Rasheeda's workaholic nature to a woman who hasn't worked a day in her life. This wasn't just a mistake. This was a calculated long-term deception. The internet is currently working overtime to identify the woman on the other end of those texts. While we're keeping her name redacted for legal reasons, the receipts are pointing toward a 24-year-old Instagram model and bottle waitress from the Miami circuit. The shocker? Kirk wasn't just talking to her. The texts reveal he was reportedly paying her rent, funding her luxury vacations, and even promising her a spot on the next season of the show. The betrayal goes deeper than physical cheating. This was a financial heist. Kirk was using the wealth Rasheeda helped build to fund a lifestyle for a woman half her age. Fans are calling it the ultimate grifter move. The messages show Kirk telling this girl, "She's too busy with the store to notice," referring to Rasheeda. The disrespect wasn't just hidden. It was documented. When Rasheeda finally confronted Kirk, it wasn't the screaming match we're used to seeing on reality TV. According to insiders, it was a chillingly quiet showdown. Rasheeda reportedly sat at the end of the bed, played back one of the voice notes of Kirk talking trash about her, and waited for him to wake up. Can you imagine the terror in Kirk's eyes? Waking up to find your entire double life sitting in the palm of your wife's hand? Sources say Kirk tried every trick in the cheater's handbook. He tried the "it's a prank" defense. He tried the "I was hacked" defense. He even tried to blame Rasheeda for not giving him enough attention. But for the first time in 20 years, the gaslighting didn't work. Rasheeda didn't cry. She didn't throw things. She simply pointed to the door and said 4 words that have since gone viral. Keep the phone, leave the keys. In the past, the Hathel fandom has been divided. Some called Rasheeda a queen of forgiveness, while others called her a doormat for the culture. But this time the vibe is different. The ride or die narrative has officially expired. Twitter, X, and Reddit are flooded with hashtags like #FreeRasheeda and #KirkIsCancelled. The American audience is tired of seeing a black woman build an empire only for her partner to dismantle it behind her back. One viral tweet with 200K likes summed it up perfectly. Rasheeda gave that man her youth, her loyalty, and her brand. Kirk gave her a burner phone and a headache. The debt is paid. Leave him. This isn't just gossip. It's a cultural breaking point. Fans are literally threatening to boycott the show if Rasheeda takes him back this time. They want to see her win alone. The biggest question on everyone's mind is, what happens to the money? Rasheeda isn't just a reality star. She's a business powerhouse. Pressed is a multi-million-dollar brand. Because Kirk has acted as her manager for years, the divorce isn't just going to be about who gets the house. It's going to be a corporate war. Legal experts are already weighing in on TikTok, suggesting that Rasheeda might have a lifestyle clause or a postnuptial agreement that could leave Kirk with nothing. The irony is staggering. Kirk spent months texting another woman about how done he was with his marriage, and now he's facing a reality where he's done with his lifestyle. He reportedly begged Rasheeda to keep this off the cameras, but the damage is done. The fans know, the blogs know, and most importantly, the lawyers know. Adding fuel to the fire, the secret girlfriend has allegedly been subposting on her Instagram stories. She posted a photo of a new Birkin bag with the caption "Gifts from my favorite K," just hours after the news broke. The audacity has sent the Wolfpack, Rasheeda's fans, into a frenzy. They are digging up old flight records and matching dates to Kirk's business trips. It turns out, while Rasheeda was at the BET Awards or opening new store locations, Kirk was flying this girl out to private villas in Cabo. The level of premeditation is what's killing the fans. This wasn't a one-night stand. This was a partnership. Kirk was essentially trying to replace Rasheeda with a younger version, while still using Rasheeda's credit card. As we wrap up part 1, the situation is still developing. Rasheeda has scrubbed Kirk from her Instagram profile. She's been spotted meeting with high-profile divorce attorneys in Buckhead. And the most telling sign of all? She changed the locks on the mansion. Kirk Frost, the man who thought he could always manipulate his way back into Rasheeda's heart, is currently blocked on all platforms. The fans are chanting it's over. And for the first time in love and hip-hop history, it looks like they might be right. This isn't just a breakup. It's an eviction of a man who overstayed his welcome in a woman's life. Once the news hit the blogs, the floodgates didn't just open, they burst. We've seen love and hip-hop drama before, but nothing has ever felt this calculated. Someone within the inner circle, some say a disgruntled former assistant of Kirk's, started leaking actual screenshots of the message threads. These weren't just "I miss you" texts. These were blueprints for a double life. The American audience is obsessed with receipts, and these were high definition. One screenshot shows Kirk telling the mystery woman, "Don't post the watch I bought you yet." Rasheeda is still tracking the business expenses. This confirmed what everyone feared. Kirk wasn't just cheating. He was embezzling from the family brand to fund his side hustle romance. The sheer audacity of using pressed boutique profits to buy Cartier for a mistress is what turned this from a celebrity gossip story into a full-blown public execution of Kirk's reputation. Let's talk about the timeline because this is where the fans really started doing the math. Last June, Rasheeda was at a major women's empowerment summit in Atlanta, speaking about building generational wealth and supporting your partner. Meanwhile, Kirk claimed he was in Miami for a talent scouting trip. The leaked photos tell a different story. Fans found a tagged photo of the secret girlfriend at a high-end sushi spot in South Beach. And in the reflection of the window, you can clearly see Kirk's signature diamond chain. He wasn't scouting talent, he was playing house. The US fanbase is notorious for this kind of FBI-level investigation. Within 6 hours of the leak, TikTokers had synchronized the weather reports, the flight manifests, and the Instagram story timestamps. The verdict was in. Kirk had been lying for at least 18 months. Why a burner phone? This is what has the relationship experts on YouTube going crazy. In the US, the second phone is the ultimate symbol of a premeditated affair. It shows that this wasn't a drunken mistake or a moment of weakness. Kirk had to physically go to a store, buy a separate device, pay for a separate data plan, and hide it every single day for over a year. That level of effort to lie to your wife, the woman who stood by you through a secret baby and years of public embarrassment, is what makes this over for the fans. They are calling it psychological warfare. One viral commentary video titled, "The Evil Brilliance of Kirk Frost," has already racked up 1 million views, breaking down how Kirk used Rasheeda's busy schedule as a weapon against her. Just when we thought it couldn't get Messier, the girl, who the internet has nicknamed the Frostbite, decided she wanted her 15 minutes of fame. She didn't go to a blog. She went straight to her own Instagram Live. She claimed that Kirk told her he and Rasheeda were strictly business partners and had been separated in private for years. This is a classic line, but the US audience wasn't buying it. Why? Because Rasheeda just posted a 20th anniversary tribute 3 months ago. The girl even went as far as to show a custom K necklace Kirk reportedly gave her. The backlash was instantaneous. The comment section was moving so fast you couldn't even read it, mostly filled with the clown emoji and people telling her to get a job. She thought she was going to be the next breakout star of reality TV, but instead she became the most hated woman in Atlanta. We can't talk about a Frost family meltdown without mentioning Rasheeda's mother, Charlene. She has always been the voice of the fans, and this time she's gone nuclear. Rumor has it that Charlene actually confronted Kirk at one of his private offices before Rasheeda could even get there. Insiders say the confrontation was so loud that security had to be called. Charlene has been saying "I told you so" for a decade, and now that she's been proven right in the most humiliating way possible, she is making it her mission to ensure Rasheeda never looks back. She's been posting cryptic messages on her IG stories like, "A snake never changes its skin, it just gets bigger," and the fans are living for it. Charlene is officially the captain of the hashtag Team Rasheeda movement. The American audience is tired of the toxic husband trope. Usually, these scandals drive ratings up, but this time the fans are threatening a total boycott of love and hip-hop Atlanta if the producers try to force a reconciliation. The sentiment on Reddit is clear. We don't want to see a healing journey. We want to see a divorce journey. People are tired of seeing black women on reality TV being told to work it out for the sake of the family while the man does zero work. If VH1 tries to give Kirk a redemption arc this season, the fans are ready to tune out. This puts the network in a tough spot. Do they fire a legacy cast member like Kirk? Or do they risk losing their entire viewership? In the US, financial infidelity is often cited as being worse than physical cheating. The leaked text revealed that Kirk was allegedly trying to move certain assets into a trust that Rasheeda didn't have access to. Think about that. While Rasheeda was on the floor of her boutique, styling customers and building a legacy for their children, Kirk was reportedly in the backroom trying to figure out how to gatekeep their money. This part of the script is what makes the fans say it's over headline so powerful. It's not just about a girl in Miami. It's about a man trying to bankrupt the woman who made him. Lawyers are calling this a textbook case for a massive settlement. The most powerful thing Rasheeda has done so far is stay silent. In the age of oversharing, her silence is deafening. She hasn't posted a Notes app apology. She hasn't gone live to cry. She's just gone. She's posting about her new arrivals at Pressed. She's posting about her workout routine. She's showing the world that she is still a boss, with or without a husband. This silent mogul energy is driving Kirk crazy. Sources say he's been calling her friends, her family, and even her stylist trying to get a word in, but she has completely blacked him out. The American fans are calling this the ultimate boss move. You don't get a seat at the table once you've tried to poison the food. As part 2 draws to a close, the tension is at an all-time high. Kirk has been spotted at a local Atlanta bar looking stressed and messy, while Rasheeda was seen boarding a private jet with her kids for a well-deserved break. The narrative has shifted from "will they stay together" to "how much is she going to take him for?" The fans aren't asking for a reunion. They are asking for a celebration of her independence. The final nail in the coffin wasn't the texting. It was the realization that Kirk never deserved the ride-or-die loyalty he was given. In the world of celebrity scandals, there is sloppy cheating, and then there is calculated deception. What makes this situation with Kirk Frost so sinister, and why the US fans are absolutely losing it, is the discovery of the burner phone. This wasn't just a secondary device. It was a dedicated portal to a life Rasheeda didn't know existed. Sources close to the Frost household leak that Rasheeda didn't find the phone in a pocket or a car. She found it hidden inside a hollowed-out book in Kirk's private office. When she cracked it open, she didn't just find texts. She found a digital map of a 2-year betrayal. The American audience is obsessed with the second life trope, and Kirk played it to perfection. He had a separate iCloud, a separate Cash App, and a separate set of social media accounts. This level of effort proves one thing to the fans. This wasn't a moment of weakness. This was a full-time job. The biggest shocker hitting the blogs right now is the identity of the woman. She isn't some random girl from the club. Insiders are reporting that she is a 24-year-old aspiring stylist who actually tried to get an internship at Prest a year ago. Imagine the level of disrespect. Kirk was reportedly communicating with a woman who was actively trying to get close to his wife's business. The US fanbase is calling this single white female energy. The texts reveal that Kirk was actually giving her insider tips on how to dress and act to mirror Rasheeda's success. He wasn't just cheating on Rasheeda. He was trying to recreate her with a younger, more controllable version. TikTok tea channels are pointing out that the secret girlfriend's Instagram aesthetic started changing 6 months ago. Suddenly she was wearing the same colors, the same hair, and the same jewelry as Rasheeda. The fans are horrified. It's not just an affair, it's an obsession. In America, you can mess with someone's heart, but you never mess with their hustle. Part 2 of this saga is uncovering a massive trail of financial infidelity. Rasheeda has spent 2 decades building the Frost brand, with Prest being the crown jewel. However, forensic accountants, allegedly hired by Rasheeda's new legal team, have found discrepancies in the business accounts. Kirk, who served as a manager for their joint ventures, was reportedly skimming off the top. The business expenses that Rasheeda thought were for inventory or marketing were actually Zelle payments for a luxury apartment in Buckhead, the nest he built for his secret girlfriend. The US audience is livid. They are watching a self-made black woman's hard-earned money being used to fund the lifestyle of the woman destroying her marriage. This is where the fans say, it's not just a divorce, it's a lawsuit. The most viral leak, currently circulating, is the story of how the confrontation actually went down. Sources say Rasheeda didn't wait for Kirk to come home. After she found the phone and saw a live photo of the girl in her robe at a hotel Kirk claimed was for a business meeting, Rasheeda did the unthinkable. She used the burner phone to FaceTime the girl. Can you imagine the chaos? The mistress answers, thinking it's Kirk, only to see the boss chick herself on the screen. Rasheeda didn't scream. She didn't use profanity. She reportedly said, "I hope the view was worth the price because you both just lost everything," and hung up. This cold queen energy is what's making the American fans go wild. They don't want to see Rasheeda crying on a curb. They want to see her burning the bridge while she's still standing on it. Behind the scenes at VH1, things are falling apart. Usually, producers live for this kind of drama, but this time the Love and Hip Hop cast is taking a stand. Legends like Spice and Bambi have reportedly refused to film scenes with Kirk. They are standing in solidarity with Rasheeda, stating that Kirk's behavior has crossed the line from reality TV messy to genuinely toxic. The American audience is following this production strike closely. There's a massive movement on Twitter X to have Kirk permanently banned from the franchise. Fans are saying they will mute Love and Hip Hop if Kirk is given a platform to explain himself. They don't want an apology tour. They want an eviction notice. This is a huge shift in US reality TV culture. The audience is no longer entertained by the suffering wife storyline. They want to see the successful divorce storyline. As the news broke, Kirk did exactly what everyone expected. He went into damage control mode. He posted a photo of his kids with a caption about family being everything. But the US fans saw right through it. The comment section was so brutal he had to turn it off within 10 minutes. Relationship experts on YouTube are using Kirk as a case study for gaslighting 101. He tried to claim the phone was planted by enemies. He tried to claim the texts were AI generated. But in 2026, the audience is too smart for that. The Kirk Frost playbook is outdated. Every time he tries to post a Father of the Year photo, fans reply with screenshots of his hotel receipts. He is fighting a war against the internet, and the internet is undefeated. We have to talk about Rasheeda's mother, Shirlene. For years, US fans watched Kirk and Shirlene battle on screen. Shirlene was often painted as the bitter mother-in-law. But now she is being hailed as a prophet. Shirlene went on a local Atlanta radio show recently and didn't hold back. She confirmed that she had been suspicious of Kirk for years, and had even warned Rasheeda that the business trips didn't add up. The fans are now apologizing to Shirlene in her DMs. The hashtag Shirlene was right is trending. This adds a layer of family drama that hits home for the US audience. The idea that your mother always knows, even when you aren't ready to listen. While Kirk's reputation is in the trash, Rasheeda's brand is actually skyrocketing. In a strange twist of revenge economics, the US audience is buying out pressed inventory in a show of support. Every time a new detail about Kirk's betrayal drops, Rasheeda's sales spike. She has turned her pain into a marketing masterclass. She isn't talking about the drama. She's talking about her new spring collection. She's showing the world that while Kirk was focusing on a secret girlfriend, she was focusing on a global empire. This mogul mindset is why the fans are saying it's officially over. She doesn't need his management, she doesn't need his connections, and she certainly doesn't need his drama. The final part of this section deals with the death of the ride or die era. For a decade, Rasheeda was the poster child for standing by your man. But this scandal has officially killed that narrative in the US. Influencers are calling this the Great Awakening. The fans are saying, if a woman as beautiful, successful, and loyal as Rasheeda can be treated this way, then ride or die is a scam. This shift is massive. It's changing how people view the show and how they view relationships in the public eye. Rasheeda isn't just leaving a man. She's leading a movement of women who are done settling for less than they give. As we close out part 2, the stage is set for the final showdown. Kirk is reportedly holed up in a hotel, losing his endorsements and his friends. Rasheeda is in the boardroom, surrounded by a team of shark lawyers and forensic accountants. The question isn't, will she take him back? The question is, how much of the Frost Empire will be left for Kirk once she's done? The American fans are waiting for the final blow. They are waiting for the divorce filing that will officially signal the end of an era and the beginning of the Rasheeda solo era. The time for Instagram drama has officially shifted to the high-stakes world of Atlanta family law. If Kirk thought this was going to be a quiet separation, he was dead wrong. Sources have confirmed that Rasheeda didn't just file for divorce. She filed for a restraining order of assets. In the US, this is the nuclear option. It effectively froze every joint account, every credit card, and every business fund Kirk had access to. While Kirk was spotted looking stressed at a local gas station, his mistress nowhere to be found now that the money was cut off, Rasheeda was seen walking into a high-rise office building surrounded by a team of 3 shark lawyers. The strategy is clear: total financial decoupling. For the first time in 20 years, Kirk Frost isn't the one holding the purse strings, and the US fans are absolutely here for the karma. The message is loud and clear. You can't use the Queen's gold to pay for a commoner's lifestyle. As predicted, as soon as the bank accounts were frozen and the public heat became too much, Maya, the secret girlfriend, pulled the ultimate disappearing act. After her failed attempt at an Instagram Live explanation, the backlash became so severe that she was reportedly blacklisted from every major club and lounge in the Atlanta and Miami circuit. The American audience watched in real time as the glamorous life Kirk promised her evaporated. She went from posting Birkin bags to deleting her entire digital footprint. This served as a massive "I told you so" for the fans. It proved that the relationship wasn't built on love. It was built on the crumbs Kirk was stealing from his wife. One viral YouTube video titled "The Cost of Being a Mistress" used this as a prime example of why the way you get them is the way you lose them. While VH1 producers were reportedly offering blank checks for a film sit-down between the two, Rasheeda did the most boss thing possible. She gave them nothing. Insiders say there was one final meeting at their marital home, but it wasn't for the cameras, it was for the closure. Reports suggest Rasheeda didn't even let Kirk inside the house. She had his remaining belongings packed in pressed shopping bags, the ultimate irony, and left them on the curb. When Kirk tried to plead his case, citing the kids and their legacy, Rasheeda reportedly handed him a folder of the forensic audit and said, "You already spent your inheritance on her. Don't ask me for a dime." She didn't give him the satisfaction of a scene. She gave him the reality of an eviction. In the US, there is nothing more viral than a divorce glow-up. Just 2 weeks after the filing, Rasheeda appeared at a major fashion gala in New York. She wasn't just wearing a dress. She was wearing a statement. Draped in custom archives and dripping in diamonds she bought for herself, she looked 10 years younger. The internet went into a literal frenzy. The ride-or-die wait was gone, and in its place was a woman who realized she was the prize all along. Every major US outlet from TMZ to the Shade Room picked up the photos. The top comment with 50K likes read, "Kirk was the anchor and Rasheeda was the ship. Now that she dropped the anchor, look how fast she's sailing." This moment officially marked the shift from Rasheeda the wife to Rasheeda the icon. We can't forget the woman who saw it all coming. Mama Shirlene didn't just stay quiet during the aftermath. She became a spokesperson for motherly instinct. She appeared on several US podcasts, where she spoke about the importance of women maintaining their own escape fund and never letting a man manage 100% of their business. Shirlene's popularity skyrocketed. Fans who used to find her too much are now asking for her to have her own talk show about red flags. She's become the grandmother of the fandom, and her bond with Rasheeda has never been stronger. The fans are calling this the true love story of the season. The bond between a mother and daughter that survived a 20-year predator in the family. This scandal has actually changed the way American reality TV fans discuss relationships. People are now calling it the Rasheeda rule. No matter how much you build together, if he's texting a secret life, it's time to move the wife. The ride-or-die era is officially buried in the US. Influencers are using Rasheeda's exit as a blueprint for graceful deletion. She didn't go on a crash-out tour. She didn't leak his nudes. She just took the business, took the peace, and took the kids. She showed that the best revenge isn't being loud. It's being successful and inaccessible. The final reports on Kirk Frost are grim. Without the power couple branding, his value in the industry has plummeted. Brands that were once associated with the Frosts are now asking for Rasheeda-only contracts. His attempt to start a new talent management agency has reportedly flopped because, quite frankly, no one in Atlanta trusts him with their career or their money. Kirk is currently a man without a country. He's too toxic for the fans and too untrustworthy for the business world. He's the ultimate cautionary tale for men who think their wives are settled enough to be disrespected. He learned the hard way that Rasheeda wasn't staying because she had to. She was staying because she wanted to. And once that want died, so did his lifestyle. To wrap this all up, Rasheeda finally broke her silence with a single powerful Instagram post that broke the internet. It wasn't a long letter. It was a photo of her standing in front of her newest store location, looking at the sunset with the caption, "Chapter 1 was for him. Chapter 2 is for me. Clinking glasses #new beginnings #boss chick." That post received over 2 million likes in under 3 hours. It was the mic drop heard around the world. It signaled to the fans that the drama was over. The court case was handled, and the future was bright. The American audience cheered like it was the Super Bowl. For them, this wasn't just the end of a celebrity marriage. It was a victory for every woman who has ever been cheated on, lied to, or undervalued. As the dust settles, the Frost name now belongs to Rasheeda and the kids. Kirk is a footnote in the story of a woman who built an empire. The fans have spoken, the receipts have been filed, and the world is ready to see what the boss chick does next. Whether it's a new show, a global fashion line, or just a life lived in peace, Rasheeda has proven that you can survive the worst betrayal and come out looking like $1 billion. Kirk Frost might have caught a secret girlfriend, but Rasheeda caught her freedom, and in the end, that was the biggest win of all. Before you head out, we have to settle this in the comments. Is there any world where Kirk Frost comes back from this, or has he officially entered the Cheater Hall of Fame for good? For years, we've watched Rasheeda stay, pray, and play it cool. But after the burner phone and the financial betrayal, are you team divorce him yesterday? Or do you think there's more to the story? If you think Rasheeda is finally making the right move by choosing herself and her empire, Hit that like button right now to show her some love. We're tracking this story 24/7. And as soon as those divorce papers are finalized or the secret girlfriend leaks more receipts, you know we'll be the first to drop the update. So, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. You do not want to miss the next chapter of this Atlanta showdown, because things are moving faster than Kirk's delete button. Also, shout out to our community, the T Squad. What's the one piece of advice you'd give Rasheeda right now if she was reading your comment? Drop your wisdom below. We'll be hearting the best responses and pinning the most savage ride or die eulogies. And hey, if you have a friend who still thinks Kirk is a family man, do them a favor and share this video to their group chat. Let's get the truth out there. Thanks for rocking with us. Stay tuned for the fallout and remember, don't be a Kirk in a world full of Rasheedas. We'll see you in the next one.